Hello everybody. I wanted to make a different video here for the installation process for 2023 because the installer has changed for the Excalibur software. And I also wanted to do this one a little differently. I wanted to both give a quick, installation guide for anybody that might be new to it or is having trouble navigating their computer, something like that. But I also wanted to make a more advanced tutorial for anybody that might want to understand a little bit deeper as to exactly how the program is working and where it's all installing on the computer. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and go to our website, the 3.x.com, and we'll go to the download section. And then we will scroll down to 3px Excalibur and click on the link. This will provide you with this thing that tells you can't provide a preview file. There's a problem with the preview. Go ahead and click on download anyway. And then download anyway as well here. It is a full gigabyte, I think 1.6 gigs. So it can take a few minutes to download. This all depends on your internet connection. Okay, after the download is complete, the quickest way to get to it, depending on your browser, is to find a way for it to show the item in the folder. So that's what I'm going to do here. And that'll open up my downloads folder right here. So looking at this, it's in a zip right now. So in order to actually do the installation, we'll have to extract it. So I'm just going to right click on it. There should be an option to extract all. And I'll just extract them right to this folder. That's fine. Once the extraction is complete, we'll go ahead and open up the resulting folder. And here we have a bin file and an exe. Now the bin is basically just a broken down piece of the exe file. It essentially, when it's installing, it'll pull resources from that bin file. So you don't have to do anything with it. All you have to do is double click on the exe. So this Excalibur installer 2.exe. I'm going to double click on that and that'll open it up. You may receive a security pop-up such as this telling you that Windows protected your PC. If you do get this, all you have to do is click on more info and then you can click on run anyway. And that will allow you to run the installer. From here, it's pretty simple. You can pretty much just hit next through the whole thing. If you want to create a desktop shortcut, you can. I usually prefer not to personally. That's just my own preference, but anybody can if they want to. And then we'll go ahead and click on install, and this will install the program. Once the installer is complete, you have the option to just go ahead and launch it if you want to, which we'll do. And I'll click on finish. And that will open up the program. There we go. So this should be what you see. If you see a gray background or anything like that, without our splash screen on here that mentions that it's powered by B4 Artists, anything along those lines, then you don't have the installation correct. But if you see this blue background, you see this information here, then you've got it. You'll probably have these recent files showing up here. That's just because it's what was most recent when I was working on putting the software in. Trying to open those won't result in anything because you don't have those files. So unfortunately I can't get rid of those. They're just kind of there. But that's basically it. That does the install. So for the basic walkthrough, it's really simple. You just run the exe and you get the program. That's it. So now for the advanced walkthrough. What I want to explain here is what is actually happening. So when you're installing our program, what you're really installing are three separate things. One of them is the B4 Artists program, which is a branch of Blender. Blender's a free CAD program. That's what we built this whole thing on. And our software is essentially just an add-on that utilizes the tools of Blender, makes it a lot easier to do a demo workflow through it. So that's the first thing that gets installed. And that gets installed to the C drive. So I'm going to go down here. Under your program files, there's a 3px Excalibur folder, and then in here is all the Blender files essentially. So that's where that gets installed initially. The next thing that gets installed are resource files. So our add-on, in order to function, utilizes .py files using the Python programming language. If you want to know where those are, they are stored in your program data directory. So if I go there, there's this folder 3px 2022, and in here you will find basically the meat and potatoes, the guts of our program, essentially. So don't recommend messing with these, but if you think of an improvement, you know your way around Python, by all means, help yourself. Then the last thing I want to explain is the way that it installs the whole setup here. So I found recently a potentially easier way to do this, but as of right now, the way I run this process is I actually have it install a folder to your roaming directory. So if we just could navigate there, this %sign app data %sign is a shortcut. It'll get you there. There is a folder, this one right here, 3.x. That's what it's currently doing. And it installs this Excalibur folder, and then the 3.5. This will have your template in it, basically. So the startup.blend and userpref.blend. These files get brought in, and they create the layout for the programming, basically. So the add-on that we utilize to use our buttons and everything, and its certain settings, basically, that it utilizes are all included in these files here, as well as the files under scripts. So that's it. There's just 3 different locations. If you ever have a problem with the installation, chances are one of these 3 things didn't go where it was supposed to go. Usually it's a security issue. The easiest walkthrough for that is honestly contact me. If you tried running the installer, you didn't get the blue background or whatever, I will give you these files independently, and then you can either do it yourself or I can install them for you, put them on your system where they're supposed to go, and the program will work functional from there. Now that said, I don't have complete total 100% availability all the time. Might take me a little bit to get back to you, but I can at least provide those files if they need to be provided. So all right, and that'll conclude the installation. Thanks for watching.